Today, we're finishing some series. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Bree and this is For Pause in a Book. It is the final week of Battleathon and I have had such a good reading month in terms of reading 5-star books, finding books that I love, and I want to close this month out on a high note. And I think the best way to do that is to read books in series that I've already loved. So for the final week of Battleathon, we are going to be trying to complete some series that will help me with my year-end goals, because that was a goal of mine back in January that I kind of forgot about. But also, if I only have one more book in the series, that means I probably loved them and I just don't want the series to end. And that means that I will probably give the final book 5 stars. That's the goal, right? That's the thought. I have been saying all month that the last book that I'm going to be reading is going to be City of Mirth and Malice. I know that this is probably going to put me in a reading slump because it's just, House of Bane and Blood is such a good book. And I know that this one is going to be the same, so I'm definitely going to be reading this one. But other than that, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I kind of want to lean into the romance. And I do have a couple of series that I have 2 novellas for that I want to finish. I have the Wicked Villain Shorts, which was actually like a collection of short stories from her Patreon that she bound together. And then I have Midnight Mass by Sierra Simone. I don't know that I'm gonna love this one. I know that there are some triggers in here that are kind of close to home. So this is maybe, this is a maybe for me, certainly. But other than that, I'm gonna kind of mood read this week. I'm gonna see what Libby brings in. I have some fantasy ones that have like some holds, so that might be a thing. I don't know, we're just gonna see what happens. But come along and let's find some 5-star reads. Hello, it's Tuesday. I have not done anything that I told you I was going to do in the introduction. That's fine. I started reading Awaken the Fifth Order, but the audiobook went back to the library. I thought I had an extra day of it, but it went back at like 7 o'clock this morning, so I didn't actually get more than like 20% into it. I have it like on hold again, so hopefully I get it back soon, but it's not going to end up in this vlog. I hadn't listened to that much of it, so I don't really have any thoughts on it. I'm just gonna like pretend that that didn't happen. However, today, I was afraid that I was getting into a slump, okay? Because like I'm not finding a ton of joy in reading at all. I DNF'd the Jasmine Throne, which should have been a Bree book. Then this book, which like, you know, I loved the first book in this series. I was like, that's fine. I don't want to read right now. And I was like, oh no, this is bad. This is bad. We are in the final week of Battleathon. I can't be in a slump. And then Sierra Simone, okay? Sierra Simone comes in with a win. I read 400 pages of this book today. I was doing a lot of just like computer work, looking at reports. I'm like proofreading a big document that's going to the FDA. It's like that's what I've been doing, basically, like finding things for that document, making sure that the links work, that very boring stuff. I have 45 minutes left of this book at my listening speed. And I don't know how that happened. Here's the thing. I loved American Queen, the first one in the series. I did not like American Prince, the second one. But I think it's just because of the tropes and that were in there, and it was like kind of romanticizing abuse when honestly the characters just needed to go to therapy. And like they still need to go to therapy. But this book is for the fans of Scandal. Like if you thought Scandal was crazy and you love the drama, that's what this series is. Because like there's some crazy insane things happening, but like it's all under this like backdrop of a presidential campaign. Yeah, and there's very little I can actually tell you about because it's like beyond the fact that this is the president of the United States, the vice president, and the first lady, like all in a triad, and that being like that's the story. This one has a lot of flashbacks back from when the president and the vice president were soldiers together, and that's when they started their relationship, and then also when they met Greer kind of on their own. So there's a lot of flashback scenes, and it just kind of feels like this is like a final, like it's a final hurrah. It's a, like obviously there's still a big story. There's a plot to this. There's something serious going on, but it also feels like we're just wrapping up a lot of things. So definitely sticking the landing here. And it's one of those things that like with the Priest series, those are 3 very different characters. And while they are like kind of interconnected, they definitely are more companion stories. This one, the new Camelot trilogy, definitely like an actual sequel. And also this becomes a Arthurian retelling. Obviously it's called the new Camelot trilogy, like that makes sense, but I never really understood that until we got to this book, and then I was like, oh dear God, you're doing that? I kind of love this. Is it wild and absolutely unrealistic? Yes, but I still kind of am obsessed with it. Anyways, love this book. This is one that I wanted to read before I went to Steamy Lit because I really wanted to annotate it, and I will probably reread the whole series, even the one that I didn't love, so that I can annotate it. But it is signed. It is signed. I'm gonna finish this tonight. I do have to edit a video, but I'm going to probably just like chill on the couch. I just got home. It's a little after 5. I just got home and I just kind of want to chill for a little bit. So, because it's been like a very long couple of days. Yesterday was a very long day at work because I had fantasy football draft. We do a fantasy football league at my job. It's really, really fun. I'm a big football nerd, like if you don't know. I guess I really haven't been like a huge fan until I moved in with Derek, because Derek is a big fan. And so I like started watching games with him, and then I just kind of like, it just kind of became my thing. So we have a league at work, and this year I am the commissioner, so I'm in charge of the whole thing, which is real fun. I think they just had me do it because I'm the organized one of the group, and also the only female. But anyways, neither here nor there. So we had like a big pizza party, and we all went into the boardroom last night and like had our laptops. So we're like drafting on our own computers, but like all like together. It was really fun. So, but that's why I didn't really do a whole lot of reading yesterday, because I was like getting ready for that. But yeah, I will finish this today, and I'm obsessed. I think I'm really gonna focus on some romance this week. That's gonna be the plan. Obviously, City and Mirth and Malice is going to happen this week. However, I also want to get into the 2 novellas. That's gonna happen potentially tomorrow. I work from home tomorrow, so I'll have a couple of opportunities to physically read. And then I also want to read the new Dark Olympus book, the new Katie Robert one. So that's gonna be the plan. So I think this is gonna be a really big reading week for me. I'm gonna finish this one and we're gonna go from there. Hello, happy Wednesday. I am here to finally give you a vlog update. I worked from home today, which is good. We had workers decide to come to our house today. Decide is a weird way to put that. We're getting like new rain gutters and stuff like that put on the sides of our house. And originally they were going to be here last week, and then there was a lot of rain, right? So they had to push it back. They said they were going to be here Tuesday, so like after Labor Day, and then called today and was like, hi, we're 5 minutes away. And we're like, well, it's a really good thing that I work from home on Wednesdays. So that being said, I wasn't able to do any type of filming today because every noise they made, the dogs would bark. So wasn't able to do any type of filming. I did finish American King last night. 5 stars. Well, I love this. I love this. I need to keep trusting Sierra Simone, because I wrote this series off after not liking American Prince. There's like very loud motorcycles outside. I apologize. But anyways, I need to be trusting her more. I wrote this series off after not liking American Prince at all. Made my worst books of the year. And now I'm obsessed with this again. It ended so well. I don't know, like, here's the thing. I think some people will hate the way that this ended, and the way that it kind of like almost became romantasy. It's not, but like it kind of felt like it at the very end. It's not though. Like, please don't go into that thinking it is. But like, I don't know, I loved it. It very much felt like if you want more scandal, like if you want more of that show, that's what this is. So anyways, 5 stars, loved that. And then today I read Wicked Villain Shorts by Katie Robert. This is the like conclusion to the Wicked Villain series. This was originally a compilation of short stories that she wrote for her Patreon. And so it very much just feels like a collection of extra epilogues, and it's fan service, which is the point, right? Like, she wrote this for her Patreon that signed up and is paying her because they love this series. So like, totally makes sense. For me it was 3 stars, and like I'm glad that I've now finished the series, but it didn't really do anything because it's all like, you know, 5-6 page little stories of like the couples being cute together and like it didn't do anything. I'm not even like putting it into my spreadsheet as like breaking down the points for each characters and setting and world building and all that, because like that's not what this is. They're 5-page stories, and where we just get to see all of the characters being cute together and stuff like that. So just gonna rate it 3 stars and we'll move on. But I'm glad that it's done. So yeah, that's my update for right now. I am also working from home tomorrow while they finish up the house. I don't know that they're not gonna finish it tomorrow, but it is what it is. And yeah, I realized that like reading these 2 books and then having Midnight Mass and Dark Restraint on my TBR for the rest of the week, this is literally just a vlog where I'm reading Sierra and Katie, and then finishing up with City of Mirth and Malice. So there's that. I might have to like rethink how I want to do this and potentially put something else in there that's less, I don't know, like that's different, but that's where we're at. Hello, happy Friday. I'm gonna make this really quick because my car is off, so that you can hear me. But it's Friday afternoon and I wanted to touch base with you guys. I am about 50% of the way through Dark Restraint by Katie Robert. I'm not gonna get to Midnight Mass. That's just not gonna happen this week. I don't like this book. This is by far my least favorite in the series. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I ever really liked Minotaur and Ariadne originally, like when they first came in. I think in Wicked Beauty, I think it was their first appearance. I didn't love them then, and so I don't love them as the main couple. And like, first off, all they're doing is fucking. All they're doing is fucking. It's like such insta-lust, and I don't like it. And I think part of it is because it's like a pre-existing relationship and they kind of already knew each other. I don't know, they just like cannot keep their hands off of each other, but also they're hate fucking every single time. And like, he's just I don't know, he's kind of a dick for no reason. I don't know, I'm sure there is a reason, but like we haven't seen it yet. And so I don't want these 2 together. At halfway through the book, I'm like, why do I want these 2 people together? I should feel the angst and the tension, but instead I'm just feeling like him being like, you're mine, I want, like, you know, you, next time I see you, I'm, you know, you're gonna want me, blah blah blah, and her just being like, okay. Like, she's such a pick-me, honestly. Like, she's very much a pick-me girl. Why, my dude? There's someone like literally backing into the space in front of me, and now there's someone sitting right next to me. It's cool. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna finish this tonight. I think I only have like 2 hours left at my listening speed, so I'll finish it, but it's definitely my least favorite, which is a bummer because I love this series. But I've seen some pretty low reviews of this one from other people that also love the series, so I'm just hoping. I mean, obviously, like, this is what, book 9? Book 8, something like that. There's obviously going to be one that I don't love, and everything else I've given at least 4 stars. So it's fine. It's fine. That's the news. It's Labor Day weekend, so we are, like, I'm off work for 3 days, which is very nice. Tomorrow I'm getting my tattoo. I'm getting my first tattoo. Very exciting, so I'm going to take you along with that. But I want to finish this book so that I can finish the month with City of Mirth and Malice. And it'll be great. So I need to go though because it's really hot in here. Hello, I'm here to talk to you about Dark Restraint by Katie Robert. I don't really have anything else to tell you. I don't have many opinions about this book. I am giving this book 3 stars. It's definitely my least favorite in the series. I do think that this is pretty much universal amongst the people that I've also been looking at reviews, that this is not their favorite. Here's the thing. The Minotaur and Ariadne were not my favorite characters when they were first introduced in previous books. So this really felt like it was a filler book. It felt like we needed these characters to move the macro plot of this like politics and upheaval and stuff like that. But as far as the couple is concerned, I don't think we did enough work with them to like believe that these characters actually should be together. There were a lot of other characters that ended up in play that like I think got shafted by like, I don't know, like her cheating on Dionysus. And even though like their whole thing is like, oh, it's fine, it was like a political marriage or whatever, but like we've liked Dionysus up until this point, and so for him to just kind of like be forgotten about, it really felt weird. And I don't know, I'm kind of talking myself maybe into a lower rating than 3 stars. But like, I liked the politics part of this, but as a fantasy romance, I didn't buy the couple. These two people need therapy a lot more than they need to be together. And I just don't think that as a couple, Katie did enough work to prove that these two people should be together. So, that's where we're at. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know, like, okay, I keep saying like, oh, I like this macro plot. I like what was going on. But I also think we're 7 books into this series. I do think that it's dragging a little bit and we need to like figure out what's going on. Because we keep introducing these other characters, these other players into the world and whatever. And I'm just like, can we, I don't know, I just want everything to like finish up and complete and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I'm very disappointed in this book. And now I'm like talking myself into maybe lower than 3 stars. We'll see. You'll see it in my wrap up. I have one more day left of the readathon. I'm going to read City of Mirth and Malice. Am I going to take a whole day to read this 500-page book? Yes. Listen, I did it earlier this week. I can do it again. This is going to be the final book for the readathon for August. And I have very high expectations, but I do believe that we will end on a banger.
I can't fall asleep. I just lay in my bed wondering if there's anybody, or if I was born to be lonely. I've been trying, but I'm burned out from my feelings, setting fires, just hoping that you'll notice me. Oh, I'm sending out an SOS from the sinking in my soul. Oh, and I just need you to know I'm sending smoke signals, 'cause I've been feeling so alone. I'm losing hope. Can anybody see me? I've been on my own.
Hello, happy Saturday. It is the last day of Battleathon. And I am off to go and get my tattoo. I'm getting it right, like somewhere right around here. I'm not exactly sure. I'm letting her kind of do it. But it's like a butterfly floral design. So yeah, I'm off to do that. My appointment's in like an hour. The drive only about 40 minutes, so it should be fine. But I did stop at Barnes & Noble on the way down because it was triple stamp day. So, you know, you had to do that. So I got some things. I got You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. This is one of the books that I'm going to be reading for the seasonal spooky challenge, either next month or in October. And this is like super short. It's only 228 pages. So I actually probably will read this next month because I have a couple of ideas for it. Also, that'll work with Aurelium. And then The Crimson Crown by Heather Walter. I loved the Malice. Is it Malice? Yeah, Malice. I loved Miss Malice. I did not like the sequel, Misrule. Although I read it as an ARC, and I wonder if I read it as an audiobook, if I would like it more. So we'll see. But this is what is it? Yeah, Snow White's Dark Queen, that tells her side of the story in this queer witchy reimagining of the classic fairy tale. So anyways, I really wanted this, and then I didn't realize that Barnes & Noble was even doing an exclusive, but it's got the red sprayed edges. That's what I got. I am reading City of Mirth and Malice. I started this morning. I'm about 150 pages in and already loving it. So glad to be back in this world. We just got to the point where Nico and Mila got back together, or like see each other for the first time, because they have been separated this entire time. And that, I think, was hindering my enjoyment, because part of what makes this book work is their banter and these two together. And so now that we're back together, I'm like, all right, this is great. It's gonna be fantastic. So that's gonna be my project for today. I'll probably read it while I am getting my tattoo done. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. But I'm gonna go because it's warm in this car. All right, hello. It is the end of the readathon, and I figured I would come and touch base with you. I did finish City of Mirth and Malice on the closing sprints. I wanted to come and talk to you like as I was getting further in, but honestly, I just could not put this book down. Like, I could not. I read 500 pages in a day. Again, for the second time. Anyways, also I did get my tattoo done. Like, hold on, it looks like it's hard to like show a camera because it's like upside down, kind of. I love it. It's beautiful. And it didn't hurt, like, at all. It like kind of stung a little bit, but it was basically like heavy vibrations, which it's fine. That didn't bug me at all. Honestly, what hurt worse is that I was like laying on my back for 2 hours. And I have bad sciatic pain. So that was like the worst part of it. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I just saw it and then I was like, oh yeah, I probably should say something about it because I haven't talked to you since I was on my way to get this. Anyways, let's chat. I love this book. I'm in love with this book. I'm in love with Nico and Mila. I will read anything that Alexis Menard writes. Like, I would like to be best friends with her. This series is everything. And I've read a lot of 5-star books this month, and I've read a lot of books that like have kind of kickstarted new fantasy romance obsessions, like Spark of the Other Flame, but this tops everything. This series will 100% be on my best books of the year. There's no way around this. This was so good. When I talked to you last, I think the two had just gotten together. And I feel like up until that point, I was a little bit like, oh, you know, the thing that makes this book good is the banter and these two characters together. And I, like, as soon as I got together, I was like, okay, we're good. I really loved the idea of seeing a pre-existing relationship, and this relationship of these two people like already together but needing to figure out the outside world and figure out this external conflict, where the conflict was not the relationship. And I don't know, I think that's why I love sequels so much, and I think that's why this week ended up working out so well, because if you think about this and An American King, they are all pre-existing relationships that just had to work on like other conflicts. This was a great way to end Battleathon with a 5-star, with the best book of the month. Obsessed with it. Okay, so anyways, Battleathon is over. Thank you so much to Mel for asking me to help lead a team. This was so much fun. And Battleathon is such a cool readathon because there's very little like limitations on it. There's just like, read good books. That's the idea. And that's why I'm obsessed with it. I don't know what I'm gonna do in September, honestly, because I'm not really doing a readathon. Thank you also to Cassidy for being an amazing Team Wings co-host. I also loved getting to work with the other co-hosts. Some of them like I've known for years, as far as like known being like that I've watched their videos since the beginning of my own booktube journey. Anyways, that is a wrap on August on Battleathon. I had a great month. If you want to see what I'm doing in September, I will link my September TBR. It's got all of my plans and stuff like that. So I'll link that there if you've missed it. And thank you so much for watching. If you are new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little button you can do so down below the video. If you'd like to hang out with me more, the links to my Instagram, Goodreads, Twitter, and my Patreon are linked in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!